Hello, my inky friends. This is Carol Maynard from ohmyinkyfingers.com coming to you with another card tutorial with the Painted Harvest stamp set. This is card number 4 in my series, and we're going to be making a card similar to this. Now, if you'll notice, when I turn this sideways, you'll be able to see the happy birthday. It's elevated on the card, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The ink pads that we're going to use are So Saffron, Crushed Curry, Soft Suede, and Old Olive. So let's clear all this off and let's get started. We're going to start off by stamping the outside of the card front, and I already have my ink pads ready to go. I'm going to use the lightest color first and stamp my base of my flower down, and I'm just going to do this 3 times. You could turn the stamp so that the same image doesn't repeat itself in the same exact spot is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to actually do this a little bit differently. Let's be wild, right? I'm going to stamp some off the edge and up here. Okay, I'm going to come in with the more detailed inside of the stamp, the sunflower. And if you don't get this perfectly aligned, it's okay. This is Crushed Curry that I'm stamping with. And I'm just doing the second image of my sunflower. This stamp set is a 2-step stamping process. And that looks good enough for me. Let's move those out of the way. This is Soft Suede. We're going to do the centers. And I already got myself all inky already. And I do rotate my rubber stamp just so it doesn't look the same. That looks good enough for me. Going to bring in Old Olive, and we're going to do the fern this time. Last time on this card I did the 3 leaves. I really like this fern. And I already have it inked on the side of the block. You just want to be careful that you don't ink the sides, because that will definitely find a way onto the front of your card. And I'm just going to randomly stamp these in the white spaces. Off the card looks good too. Just stamp it right off. The other thing you could do is stamp off once and stamp. That gives it a little bit more dimension. Stamp off once and stamp. It's looking pretty good. Let me get this mess cleaned up. I'm going to bring in my Crushed Curry and Early Espresso Stampin' Right markers, and I'm going to take the thicker end, the brush end, and I'm just going to go into the inside of my cap here and just flick on some splatter color. This just gives it a little bit more dimension and distresses it a little bit. I could sponge the edges, but I really don't feel like getting that inky. Just some splatters here and there. Looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm also now going to stamp the inside of my card. Here it is. I thought I had lost it. Let's go back in with these same colors. This is So Saffron. And I'm just going to go down here in the corner and Crushed Curry. You'll also notice that my the rubber is staining. That is really does not hinder the stamp in any way for stamping. It will stain. That's how photopolymer stamps are. I'm going to come in here with my center and come back in with a little bit of Old Olive for these ferns. I'm going to go one up here I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to go one over here. And that looks pretty good to me. Let's cover these inks up. Now I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Here's my Big Shot. The magnetic platform is on the bottom. I'm going to come in with the precision base plate, and that sticks right to the magnetic platform. And then these three card Whisper White card panels that I'm going to run this through real quick. And I'm going to run it through once. All the snapping and cracking and popping that you hear is perfectly normal, and I'm going to run it through the back side again, and then I'm going to take it out and check to make sure that everything has been cut, and that looks good. And I'm going to do that with the other two card panels. Okay, and now we're going to cut our front panel. So you definitely need to hold off on putting your multi-purpose adhesive sheet on the back. You want to wait until after you cut this. And you want to center your happy birthday right on your card front. Put your plate on and run it through. And run it back again. Now, I'm not going to take this off just yet. I'm going to just flip it right over and remove my Big Shot. So now what we want to do is we want to take our adhesive, peel off the release on the back, take it and flip it right on top of this happy birthday before you take off the die. And the reason being is because you want all the other parts and pieces of the inside of the happy birthday, the inside of the D's, the inside of the A, the inside of the B's. You want all that to stay on the card. So now this is a very tricky process. Let me get my, this will work. Like if you have a pokey tool or these really sharp tweezers will work. And you're going to carefully take off this die and try to keep everything on the card. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to peel up just the happy birthday. And leave all of the insides remaining on the card. Let me zoom in so you can see. And I'm just holding all of the inside parts and pieces down as I pull up on the happy birthday. All right, so as you can see, I have just the happy birthday. Now if you see any pieces, like right here is the inside of this P, I need to put that back on the card. So I'm just going to line this up somewhere. Oops, I flipped it upside down. I'm just going to line this up and take my tweezers and just hold that piece right to the card. There we go. And everything else looks pretty good. So let's put this aside for right now. We're going to work on stacking up all three of these pieces. Okay. So you are since everything kind of has adhesive on it, we're just going to stack these right on top of each other. I have to hold this up, which is why we are using the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. So these will stack right on top of each other like that. So there's one. So now we're going to flip this over and pull off this adhesive sheet. Maybe. Okay, here it is. We're just going to pull off the release paper. And we're going to stack up another one. And that looks good. Let's do that one more time. And pull off this release paper. And stack up this last one. Now I do see there's a few little pieces that are still stuck in here, so let's poke those out. We don't need them. Stubborn little thing. Okay. And let's put this on top. I'm going to line it up exactly. Okay, that looks great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our card front. We're going to remove this release paper one last time. Maybe. Okay, here it comes. And then you're going to put this right back on the card front where it originally came from, lining it right back up again. And now you have a stacked happy birthday on the front. Okay, now what I want to show you is this is the fine tip glue pen. Part of my bee must not have adhesive on it. It must have just stuck to the card. So I am just going to tuck a little bit of glue underneath there and press that back down. See if I have any more like that. I think they're pretty good. Oops, here's the H. The top part of the H doesn't have any sticky behind it, so we're just going to put a little bit of glue behind there and press that down. I think everything else is pretty good. This P is giving me a little bit of problems, so let's lift this up. And we'll just stick a little glue underneath there. You don't want to do too much, so you don't want it to ooze out. Okay, that looks great. So let's finish putting our card together. Okay, we're going to put our rest of our card together. We're going to bring in our early espresso. And we can just leave this backing on here. We could probably take it off, but I don't know what that'll do. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that on. We're going to glue right over top of it. Let's just use our fast fuse. Make sure that stays on. Okay. This is going to go on here. This is going to have a very tiny little border going all the way around. I'm going to bring in our card base. Score this, or crease this with our bone folder. You know what? Let's pop this up on dimensionals. Lots of dimensionals. Okay, those are off. Let's pop this up on top of this old olive cardstock. Center it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Bring in our glitter enamel dots. Looks like I'm going to have to order some more of those. Stick that right on there. What I like about these are they have like an ombre. They have some dark ones here and light ones here, so you have a little variety to pick from. Let's put that right there. Let's put the center to our card in. I can just use my regular mono adhesive. We're going to center this on the inside of our card. And one more thing. Now it's 2 pieces of linen thread, and I'm going to tie a little bow. Snip off these tails. Bring in some glue dots. And I think one should do it. And I'm just going to put that right here. So there you have it. A beautiful fall or autumn birthday card. And you can put your own sentiment in there, but it is gorgeous. I love the way it lifts up like that. So, my inky friends, there's card number 4 in our Painted Harvest series. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Please email me at ohmyinkyfingers@gmail.com. You could visit my online store at ohmyinkyfingers.com. Until next time, bye!